Have you ever wondered if it's actually possible to build an entire content empire in just 60 minutes? Well, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down this really fascinating speed challenge. We're going to take one single idea, a laptop, and a handful of AI tools and look at how to turn that into just a massive output of content. We'll be mapping out exactly how to do this step by step.
If you're a solo entrepreneur, a creator, or a marketer, you probably know the feeling of burnout all too well. Seriously? Are you just tired of the endless content grind? You know, you're juggling a million tasks, and finding time to consistently show up online just feels impossible sometimes. The burnout is incredibly real. But what if the problem isn't a lack of ideas? What if it's just a lack of a structured system?
So the crucial number we're looking at today is 46. That's the exact number of high-quality cross-platform posts we're going to generate from just one 15-minute recording. And the challenge here is to get all of this structured in literally just 1 hour. I know, it sounds a little crazy, but it really shows the massive power of an AI-driven workflow once you know how to leverage it. Okay, let's dive right into this roadmap. We've grouped the tasks into 4 distinct chronological phases. First up, production and editing. 2, video repurposing. 3, visuals and text. And finally, 4, the revenue-generating funnel.
All right, kicking things off with Phase 1, production and editing.
This whole process really hinges on dedicating the very beginning of your hour to creating one solid 15 to 20-minute master recording. You're basically just speaking to the camera about one core idea. Now, to make this fast, we use a tool like Descript to handle the heavy lifting. First, you use AI to brainstorm and generate an outline, and you prompt it to leave blanks for your personal knowledge so you still sound completely authentic. Second, you just record the fresh content following that outline. And third, you let AI step in to polish that raw recording.
Now, what's really interesting here is how AI completely removes the need for a fancy, expensive studio setup. It's got these amazing one-click solutions. Got a habit of rambling? Just use Edit for clarity. Bad microphone? Literally one click of studio sound fixes it. And honestly, this is a lifesaver if you're reading off your notes and looking away from the lens. The eye contact tool artificially adjusts your gaze so it looks like you're staring right at the viewer. You can even automatically remove your retakes if you stumble on a sentence. It's just a huge confidence booster for a solo creator.
Which brings us to an absolutely crucial mindset shift. Done is better than perfect. When you're on the clock trying to build this system, do not overthink it. If you mess up while recording, just pause, go back to the beginning of that sentence, and keep going. The AI is going to seamlessly cut out those mistakes later anyway. Just get that initial recording finished. Moving right along to Phase 2. Video repurposing.
So now that you've got your 15-minute master file, it's time to rapidly slice and dice that single asset into multiple formats. From that one file, you export one full YouTube upload. You rip the audio to create one podcast episode. Then you use AI to identify and cut 3 medium-length clips, say about 3 to 5 minutes long, which are absolutely perfect for LinkedIn thought leadership. And finally, you generate 5 short vertical clips under 60 seconds. The best part? All of this is happening directly within your editing software.
To keep you on track, here's a quick workflow checklist for easy daily execution. First, use AI to draft your YouTube description and podcast show notes based on the transcript. Then, generate those clips we just talked about. Make sure you apply and style your captions because, most people are scrolling with the sound off anyway. And finally, just download everything in bulk.
And doing a little quick math shows exactly why this is so powerful. 25. If you take just those 5 short vertical clips we generated and post them across 5 different vertical platforms, we're talking YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, Facebook Reels, and LinkedIn, that instantly equals 25 unique posts. It takes practically no time to set up, but the multiplication of your output is just massive.
That brings us to Phase 3, visuals and text.
All right, so the video processing is done, but we can expand our reach way further by dividing the labor to stay efficient. We're going to turn our original transcript into impactful graphics and written copy. On the visual side, we use Canva Magic. You just type in a simple prompt based on your topic, and it instantly generates beautifully designed carousels or quote graphics right in your brand colors. On the written side, we take the raw plain text transcript of our master recording and feed it directly into ChatGPT, basically letting it handle all the heavy lifting of the copywriting.
The timeline of how fast this text generation happens is just incredible. You literally tell ChatGPT, turn this transcript into an SEO blog post. Boom, done. Next prompt, turn this into an email newsletter. Done.
You can then drop that into a tool like HubSpot to efficiently send out these email workflows. Then you say, now turn it into a LinkedIn newsletter. Done. Now break it down into a next thread. It's this rapid-fire cascade of written content, and it all originates from your own spoken words.
Here's a really specific pro tip for your text prompts, especially for platforms like LinkedIn. When you're asking AI to create a post, don't just ask for a summary. Specifically ask it to encourage conversation around this topic with my network. This one simple instruction changes the output from a boring, flat broadcast into an engaging hook that actually sparks active discussions in your comment section.
And finally, we arrive at phase 4, the revenue-generating funnel. Now, visibility is great, but getting views doesn't actually keep a business running, right? We need to build a logical customer journey that turns that attention into money. And ChatGPT is going to build the logic for this directly from your original transcript. Step 1, you prompt it to create a downloadable checklist. This is your free lead magnet to collect emails. Step 2, you prompt it to expand the topic into an ebook. This is your low-cost $7 upsell. Step 3, you ask it to generate a multi-module course outline. That becomes your high-ticket offer. And literally every single one of those 46 posts we created earlier, they're all going to point people right back to step 1 of this exact funnel.
So to finalize this 1-hour speed challenge, we need a weekly implementation schedule to track these tasks. You take all 46 of these newly created assets and just load them right into a social media scheduler, something like HubSpot, Buffer, or Later. You use AI to tweak the final captions, generate hashtags, and pick the optimal posting times week by week over the entire month. You are fully automating your daily presence.
And this brilliantly illustrates your ultimate AI tool stack. Just as a quick reference recap. For editing, fixing audio, and generating clips, you're using Descript. For all your graphics and carousels, you're leaning on Canva. For text generation and building out the logic of your sales funnel, ChatGPT is your go-to. And finally, for distribution and scheduling, a tool like HubSpot or Later. It's a beautifully simplified process designed specifically for the solo entrepreneur.
The core thesis summarizing this entire system really comes down to this. Every single post isn't just content, it is a pipeline into your business engine. You aren't just out there making noise on the internet hoping for likes. You're methodically leading people from a quick 60-second clip to a detailed blog post, to a free checklist, and eventually to a paid product. It is a completely sustainable business model built from just 1 hour of focus.
We've gone from one single idea to a 15-minute master recording, transformed that into 46 cross-platform posts, and built out the architecture for an entire revenue funnel. It completely shatters the excuse that we just don't have enough time. So my final question to you is this: what will you build with your next hour? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and go get building.